Hi everyone, welcome to Parabolas. Today's learning target is I can sketch a parabola and identify components of a parabola. I will also be able to write the equation of a parabola given key components. So let's take a look at the do now. Number 1, find the vertices and foci of the hyperbola 9x squared minus 4y squared is equal to 36. Now remember, you have to have it equal to 1, so you divide by 36 to each term. The x squared is positive, so you know that the hyperbola's vertices will be intersecting on the x-axis. The vertices will be 2, 0 and negative 2, 0 because of the 4 in the denominator. And then the formula for the foci is c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. 4 plus 9 is 13. Take the square root. C is equal to plus or minus radical 13. And remember, it's on the same axis as your major axis, so the foci would lie here and here. So radical 13, 0, negative radical 13, 0. Next, for number 2, use your calculator to graph the following two equations. What do you notice? Y is equal to x squared minus 4x minus 9. Y is equal to x minus 2 squared minus 13. When you expand y is equal to x minus 2 squared minus 13, you end up getting the exact same equation. They're just different ways to rewrite the quadratic or the parabola. So today's lesson focuses on parabolas, which you did learn in Algebra 2 last year. So the definition of a parabola, the set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from both a point called the focus and a line called the directrix. So here is your directrix at the bottom, and here is your focus point. The vertex is a point equidistant from the focus and the directrix, which lies on the axis of symmetry. So the focus is equidistant from the vertex, and the vertex is equidistant to the directrix. The distance between the vertex and the focus, or the vertex and the directrix, is denoted by the letter P. Now let's focus on the two new ways to think about parabolas. X squared is equal to 4py. So this is going to either open up or down. So for example, if we have a parabola that opens up, my focus is going to be inside. My directrix is at the bottom here. I'm going to have a positive p-value. Remember, it's that distance from the focus to the vertex and the vertex to the directrix. Next, you can have a parabola that opens down. Again, your focus is inside the parabola. And here's your directrix. And this is going to have a negative p-value. Again, remember the distance from here to here is p, and the distance from here to here is p. Your focus can be represented by 0, p, and your directrix is going through the y-axis. Y is equal to. Next, you have y squared is equal to 4px. That is either going to open left or right. So let's focus here on opening left. Again, remember your focus is inside. Your directrix goes through the x-axis. And for this, your p-value is going to be negative. And remember, your p-value is the distance from your focus to the vertex and the vertex to your directrix. Next, you can have your parabola open to the right. Your focus is inside. Your directrix goes through the x-axis. Your p-value is the distance from your directrix to your vertex and your vertex to your focus, and this is going to have a positive p-value. So when we're talking about the focus, it's going to be p comma 0, and your directrix is going to be x equals going through the x-axis. Let's look at the first two example problems. Notice on the right you have the steps. You can follow along. Number 1, identify the focus and directrix of the parabola y squared is equal to 12x. So remember, we have the form y squared is equal to 4px. So 4px is going to be equal to 12x. Get rid of the x's because they're on both sides of the equation. 4p is equal to 12, divide by 4, divide by 4, p is equal to 3. So when I start to draw, I have a positive p-value, and it's y squared, so I know it's going to open right. My vertex is at 0, 0. Now my focus is p comma 0, so in this case it's going to be 3 comma 0, which is right here. And my directrix, remember, if the distance between the vertex and the focus is 3, same goes on the other side, another 3, which means this line here would have to be x is equal to negative 3. In example 2, it says identify the focus and the directrix of the parabola x squared is equal to negative 8y. It's x squared, so it either opens up or down. X squared is equal to 4py, so negative 8y is equal to 4py. Get rid of the y's because they're on both sides. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So negative 2 is equal to p. Because the p-value is negative, I'm going to have a parabola that opens down. So I'm opening down like this. Remember, my focus is inside, so that focus is going to be 0, negative 2, because my p-value is negative 2. And my directrix is going to be 2 above, going through the y-axis, which is y is equal to. Here is example 3 and 4 with the answers. Please feel free to pause the video to read over. And here is example 5. Now, if we look at example 6 and 7, they are slightly different. Recall, if a circle has equation x minus 4 squared plus y plus 3 squared is equal to 16, then the center, we remember, has the opposite signs. So it's 4, negative 3. We want to take that idea and apply it to parabolas as well. So if you notice in number 6, given x minus 3 squared is equal to 12 times y plus 1, my vertex is going to have the opposite signs. We're no longer at 0, 0. So it's 3 comma negative 1. Then, because it's x squared, I'm going to take this 12 and I'm going to equal it to 4p divided by 4, and I get p is equal to 3. It's x squared and it's a positive p-value, so I know I'm going to open up. So when I draw in my parabola, I'm at 3, negative 1, and I'm opening up. Now, because I know my p-value is 3, I'm going to move up 3. 1, 2, 3 to this point, which would be 3 comma 2. That's going to be my focus. And then I'm going 3 down. So let's see, 1, 2, 3 right here is going to be y is equal to negative 4. This is my focus, and this is my directrix. Let's apply the same idea to number 7. So my vertex in number 7 is going to be negative 4 comma 6. Remember, the x values over here, the y values over here. This is a y squared, so y squared is equal to 16px. Really, it's going to be 4p is equal to 16. Divide by 4, p is equal to 4. I have a positive p-value and a y squared, so I'm going to open to the right. I drew a quick sketch of my parabola with the vertex at -4, 6. Because the p-value is 4, I counted 4 boxes to the right. This is my focus at 0, 6. Counted 4 boxes to the left. My line, or my directrix, is x is equal to -8. I hope that was helpful. Please message me on Teams with any questions. Thank you. Have a great day.